Series against the Robert Morris Colonials. Sydney Campbell on the mound to start for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Up to bat for the Robert Morris Colonials is the left fielder, number 3, Kalen Hoff.
Yeah, Kalen Hoff took that pitch a little bit high in the first at bat, but hopefully Sydney Campbell will settle in right here for this next pitch here.
This is on the YouTube recording. We'll try to get the live stream up.
That was a really nice swing there. A little bit of trouble there in center field by Cameron Troyer, the Golden Grizzly center fielder, but probably would have been a double regardless. Would have been a really tough play even if it was fielded perfectly clean. On track.
That one in there for bunt. Campbell swings it over to first for the first out.
Yeah, that was really good kind of situational hitting there. You have the runner on second with the leadoff batter, then bunt them over to third. Really good situational hitting to get to your 3, 4, 5 with a runner on third and 1 out. That's really good execution there by Robert Morris.
The freshman Kalen Hopp advanced.
Try to get ahead in the counts. It's a little bit high there. Maybe a little nervous because, again, it is senior night and you have a senior on the mound.
Winning pitcher in the circle for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, and she's taken the majority of the starts here. I wouldn't be surprised if at this stage of the season she's getting a little bit fatigued. We saw some of that materialize in the first game of the doubleheader yesterday. Change from the scoreboard. The count was 2-1. That swing and a foul. So that's going to even up the count here at 2-2.
This is right the position now you want to be back here if you're Sydney Campbell. You got the 2-strike count. You could really use a pop out or a strikeout here to try to make sure that runner from third doesn't come home. This is a really big pitch here.
She does use her defense a lot, so that might be something that we see here. That one cracked out to right field. It's going to sit, and they're not going to get it over to first in time. That's going to bring a home Hop, and that's going to put Saxon on first.
Yeah, really nice swing there. Just a little opposite field poke there by the batter, Catalina Saxon. Really nice swing, and it puts Robert Morris on the board early.
Up to bat now for the Robert Morris Colonials is number 9, Winchell. One of the leaders in the Horizon League in home runs. She's a power hitter, and at this stage in the lineup with Catalina Saxon on first base, Oakland's in danger of seeing something go over the fence, but not in time. Runners are going to be on first and second. Only one down for the Grizzlies. They're struggling.
Really good at bats here by Robert Morris. They're not exactly hitting the ball on a lot of barrels, but they're doing just enough to kind of lift the ball a little.
For the Robert Morris Colonials is a...
Going into this series, Courtney Pulich has a .217 batting average, but does have 3 home runs. So again, this could be a potentially dangerous spot for Campbell here if she leaves the ball over the middle.
1-1 pitch up high, and that's going to give Sydney Campbell another ball, and that's going to bring the count to 2-1.
Again, another really important at bat here. Make sure you're trying to throw strikes, but obviously don't give them a cookie to hit either, because again, it could do a lot of damage here with the bases loaded.
Here's the 2-2. Swung, and that's going to be a deep one out to center field. Center field is going to track it down, trying to get home. The fans are liking that one.
Yeah, that ball really wasn't that deep. The center fielder did run in on it. Runner from third kind of bluffed that they were going to go, but couldn't because of a really nice throw there by the center fielder, Cameron Troyer. So
swung out to first base. That's going to catch the right field line, and Matheni's going to get to first, and 2 runs are going to be brought home for the Colonials.
First base, they had, I think Matheny was the batter off a little bit there, but again, I think the Golden Grizzlies wanted to make sure that run from third did not go. They were a little bit off the bag, tried to backdoor her there, but couldn't quite do it.
Well, at Montour High.
Yeah, Mala-Torres has a 2.46 ERA. She has 2 wins and 2 losses on the year, and she started 4 games for the Colonials, so some Colonials this year, and obviously the person that they think has the best opportunity to maybe give them a sweep in the series.
Leading off for the Golden Grizzlies at the bottom of the first is number 15, Brooklyn Plitz. One of 2.
Obviously, of course, Oakland wants to win every single game, but I think that they want to especially win this game again to honor the seniors like Macy Brown, who have put so much effort in to making Oakland softball what it is today.
1-0 pitches in there for strike 1. That'll bring the count to 1 even. 1-1 pitch down low, and that's going to be called ball by the umpire at home plate. Excuse me.
Yeah, 2-1 count. If you're Macy Brown, it's in your favor. You can be just about protecting. You're in the 2-2 count. If it's a ball, take it. But if it's anywhere close, at least try to get a bat on it, see if you can foul it off and live another day. Take that risk. Just hit it a little poke out in the foul territory, and it's no problem whatsoever.
2-2 pitch up high, and that's going to even up the count. Fill up for Macy Brown.
And that's exactly what you want for the Golden Grizzlies. You're down 3. You just need to get some base runners here to see if you can try to string something together. And the Golden Grizzlies will take walks every opportunity they can in this ball game.
Up to bat now for the Golden Grizzlies is the first righty of this lineup, number 11, Jen Kriska. First pitch here, right in the middle for strike one.
Yeah, Kriska heading into the series does lead the Golden Grizzlies in batting average, as she has a .392 average, and she also leads the Golden Grizzlies in home runs with 3.
Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be framed right in the middle. Here's the 1-2, swung back foul. Tried to fight that off.
Yeah, she did exactly that. Kind of a tough fastball, maybe a little bit on the inside part of the plate, but looked like it probably would have been a strike. Nice job by Kriska there to foul it off, and that's why she's one of the best hitters on this Golden Grizzlies team.
1-2. And that's going to be another.
I think it hit Kriska there.
I think it hit Kriska there.
The umpire was kind of indicating, kind of touching the shoulder here. Or no, sorry, the elbow. Sorry, not the shoulder. Indicating that the Golden Grizzlies now are threatening her with their opportunity to hit here with a runner on first and second.
It's up high for ball one.
That was an outstanding stop there by the catcher, Meadows Sakadura there. That ball looked like it was for sure going to get to the backstop and would have allowed both runners to move to third and second. Great stop there by the Colonials catcher.
Very much outside, able to do that well. That's going to be a swing and a miss for Cam Troyer.
Yeah, again, if you're Troyer, just make sure you don't do not a whole lot, but don't do too much. I mean, you still are in a prime position. It's 1-1. That was kind of a big swing there, seeing if she can try to do some extra damage here.
Here's the 1-1. That's going to be right down the middle for strike two. Seems like we have a pretty big gathering here of Oakland softball fans,
which is also pretty cool.
1-2 pitches, a swing and a miss, and that's going to bring the second batter down for Oakland. First pitch is in there for strike one. Seems like she's trying to frame both the upper and the outside edge of the strike zone.
Yeah, obviously if you're a catcher, you want to make sure you can get every advantage you can for your pitcher, and Meadows Sakadura is doing a really good job of that for the Colonials.
0-1 pitch, swung and a foul. That's going to be pulled out to left field. It's going to bring the count to 0-2.
And again here, if you're Taylor Caraway, you should have one thing on your mind, and that's doing a job, trying to pick up for your teammate in Cameron Troyer, who couldn't quite do the job in her at-bat. You still have runners in prime position to do some more damage here, so really big at-bat here for the Golden Grizzlies.
0-2, just outside for ball one.
Yeah, that was a really close pitch.
Only one wrist was up. I apologize for that. Reese Ruhlman is safe. Golden Grizzlies only trailing by 1 now.
Looks like they're going to review this one.
And while they do that, we are going to step aside here from the Oakland Here's the first one. That's going to be outside for ball one. One oh the count now. Top of the left fielder trying to track that one. It perfectly fits in her glove, and that's going to retire Kotsugiani.
Yeah, that was a really nice swing there by Kostuijani, but really nice play by the left fielder, ranging back in there, making sure that ball didn't get into the gap where it could have been a double or a triple. Really nice fielding there by the Golden Grizzlies.
Back up to the batter's box for the Robert Morris Colonials. Number 3, Kaylin Hopp, had the double to lead off the first inning. That one's going to be in there first. Swung out to first, not in time. Hoff is going to get on base for the second time in this game.
Yeah, really shallow ground ball there. Really tough play there.
Out to first in her first at bat. That one's in, even up the count at 1.
Yeah, the batter Anna Resnick hit that bunt in her first at bat. That ended up moving Kaylin Hopf over to third base after the double. Doesn't look like she's doing that in this at bat. Took a big swing in that last at bat, or in that last pitch double. Doesn't look like she's doing that in this at bat. Took a big swing in that last at bat, or in that last pitch, with the runner on first. So it doesn't look like there's going to be a bunt in this situation.
One grammatic one called strike. And that's going to bring the count to 1 and 2. A little bit of functioning there, but seems like we got it all sorted out.
Yeah, I don't think they quite picked up the foul ball there on the pitch before, but they got it figured out. This I don't understand is on swings like that with a right-handed batter, if you're an umpire, wouldn't it make more sense to go to the second base umpire because they have the better view of the side angle?
That one keep the at-bat alive for Grover. Had a single in the first.
With lefty hitters against righty batters, the lefty has the advantage. Again, different players have different splits, so it's kind of hard to determine how their individual split is against right-handed pitchers, but that would be my assumption that that's how the Golden Grizzlies ordered their lineup because the lefties do have the advantage against the right-handed pitcher, Malatoris.
That now for the at the minute she is hitting 179 on the year in 39 at-bats with 7 hits. First pitch, swung shallow.
They're only down 1 run going into the third.
Well, we are going to step aside here while the Oakland Golden Grizzlies start their fielding warm-ups to start the third inning. Stay tuned for more Golden Grizzlies softball action here at the Oakland Softball Field today. You are listening to 88.3 FM, WXOU. Two on the count. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be called ball. 3-1 now. And Sydney Campbell seems to have herself back. Count.
It's going to be a really important pitcher. Like I said earlier, you cannot afford.
Off the foot of Pulich, and she's going to take a second here.
Yeah, that's a tough one there if you're Sydney.
Going to be foul.
Yeah, the first base umpire called that one foul.
Cindy Campbell's going to have to contend with a longer at-bat here. Here's the second 3-2.
Just slightly foul, but a really nice job there by the left fielder, Maddie Harrington, to make sure that she got over there to make the play.
Up to bat now is number 36, Matheny. First pitch in there for strike 1.
Yeah, running swing there by the batter, Jess Matheny, and swing and a miss as the result for Sydney Campbell.
0-1 pitch. That's going to be called a strike as well. She followed through with the check. Seemed like she didn't want to, but fortunately that's the result she's going to get.
Yeah, I think that was a foul ball. I think it was kind of a little bit of a check there, but the ball, because I think the ball rolled out and the home plate umpire indicated that ball was tapped foul.
Seemed like it just caught contact. 0-2 pitch now. And that's going to 2 down now for the Robert Morris Colonials. No one on base.
Game up or even take the lead.
Pitching change for the Robert Morris Colonials. In the circle now is number 54, Kaylani Tatro.
Tatro has a 3.11 ERA on the year. She has 3 wins and 3 losses. So again, another really good pitcher that the Colonials have. according to ERA, Tatros, who started 2 innings of this game. So kind of a decent idea here of what Robert Morris is trying to do, trying to make sure all their best pitchers are in here to see if they
Here is playing 2 of your best pitchers in the circle. Went backwards for foul. That's going to bring the count to 0-1.
Yeah, it would have been a nice idea to get the bunt down here. You still can with another strike at your disposal here. But I like the idea to see if you can get
0-1 pitch here from Tatro outside for ball 1.
She didn't even flash bunt that time, so maybe it was a 1-pitch thing, or maybe she'll bring it back in this. Sure. But again, no even sign of a bunt on that one. Took it easily outside.
Tatro looking at her wristband now. 2-1 now. Swung out to left center field. That's going to be tracked, and that's going to go over the fence, bringing home Kriska and Reese Colonials.
Yeah, that ball was definitely hit hard, maybe a little bit underneath that ball. Jen Kriska wasn't quite sure that one was going to go because she actually went back to second a little bit, but the runner just kept going, and she hit it out to the deepest part of the field here at the Oakland Softball field. And that 2-run homer, as you said, for Reese Ruhlman, really important here, and now the Golden Grizzlies take the lead.
Outfield fans doing the OU to celebrate the homer. That's got to be an energy jolt there for the Golden Grizzlies. Great use of your 3-4 and your 3-4 here.
Yeah, they're going to be putting in a new pitcher. I think this is number 3, Jamie Hardy, if I recall correctly. Number 8, Jamie Hardy.
One of the things we've seen from the starting nods for the Colonials, and they are a 5-woman pitching rotation, so you do need to conserve your strength.
Yeah, look at Jamie Hardy's stats. Going into the series, she has a 3.82 ERA. Record is kind of one thing that really jumps out. She has 5 wins and 1 loss on the year in 21 appearances, which ties Madison DeVault as the most appearer on this Robert Morris staff. So again, kind of slots her in the right time. Golden Grizzlies take the lead, and they want to see if Jamie Hardy can limit the damage here that the Golden Grizzlies have started here in this 3rd inning.
Up to bat now for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, or on deck, excuse me, is Cam Troyer. Had the strikeout at the bottom of the 1st to retire the side. And obviously, that's not something that Oakland wants to replicate here. They have scored in every single inning of this game so far, and they are really putting the pressure on Robert Morris to perform.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. And just before ups in the batter's box here, I just want to remind everyone who's listening on YouTube to subscribe to WXOU Sports so you can hear us great broadcasters for every single one of these games, baseball, softball, or in the fall season for all those sports as well. Make sure to subscribe to WXOU Sports.
Appreciate that, Brendan. First pitch here for Hardy is down low, and that's going to be ball 1.
Yeah, nice big at-bat here for Cameron Troyer. Again, Golden Grizzlies kind of have the momentum off that 2-run home run. And Troyer, your center fielder, gets an opportunity here. And if she gets on base, who knows? Maybe the Golden Grizzlies can continue to keep pouring it on this inning and see if the Golden Grizzlies can expand their lead.
1-0 the count. That one is swung foul. That's going to bring the count to 1-1.
Yeah, Cameron Troyer struck out in her last at-bat facing Caitlin Malatora, so maybe seeing a new arm out of the Robert Morris pitching staff might maybe generate something new for Cameron Troyer to see, and maybe she can get a hit here.
Here's the 1-1 outside for ball 2.
Yeah, kind of like I was talking about with in Jen Kriska's at-bat. It's really important to get ahead in these counts, and that's exactly what Cameron Troyer has done for the Golden Grizzlies, and maybe she can do some damage.
2-1 pitch now. That's going to be up high and away for ball 3.
This probably seems like an opportunity to maybe lay off a pitch here, but maybe you can be aggressive here.
3-1 pitch swung shallow out to the right infield, to the second baseman. Easy swing over to first for the first out.
Yeah, it's a nice job there by the pitcher, Jamie Hardy. You're down 3-1 in the count facing the leadoff batter, but you got Cameron.
Had a single at the bottom of the 1st. That one is swung foul, pushed left.
That ball was hit real just out in front of that one. Really hit really hard, but hit really far foul. No harm if you're Robert Morris pitching staff. Or Robert Morris in general, sorry.
Nah, you're all good. 0-1 is the count. Here's the pitch down low, and Sakadura had to do some dirty work to frame that one and avoids a costly mistake there.
Yeah, it wouldn't have hurt too bad since there's no runner on base, but yeah, that was kind of a tough one to stop there. The ball actually knocked Sakadura.
Or edge of that strike zone.
Yeah, Sakadura, as you can tell, that she's really trying to pull that pitch up to the umpire to make it look a little more presentable. But Golden Grizzlies had 3-1 count for Cameron Troyer in his last at bat, and now you have that same 3-1 count here for Taylor Caraway.
3-1, and that's going to be called strike. 3-2 now the count, full one. No one on base for the Golden Grizzlies, only one batter down.
Yep, full count. If it's close, try to spoil it. If you get the pitch that you want, got to try to drive it here, and if it's not, take your walk.
3-2, that's going to be able to swing over to Katsugiani, and she's going to swing it over to first. Second out for the Robert Morris Colonials.
Yeah, Concha Gianna. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. If you're a Robert Morris listener, I apologize, but really nice play there by her, because that probably would have been a base hit if she would have let the ball roll to the shortstop.
Up to bat now for the Golden Grizzlies is number 7, Maddie Harrington. First pitch in this at-bat for Maddie Harrington is called ball.
Yeah, Maddie Harrington flew out in her last at-bat here, so maybe seeing if you can make a little bit of the correction here to try to get that ball more on the barrel and see if you can get a base hit.
That one is going to be in there for strike one.
Yeah, one thing that Jamie Hardy has kind of done in this game is kind of gotten behind in counts. Now she's gotten out of them with the 3-2 ground out in the last at-bat and the 3-1 ground out in the at-bat before that. It's ahead in this count, 1 ball and 2 strikes, and now it's the batter Maddie Harrington who kind of has to adjust to what Hardy.
The pitch, that's going to be chopped, swung over to Katsugiani. She's going to swing over to the first baseman, and that's going to retire the side. We are going to step aside here from the Oakland softball field. End of the third. We are going to head into the 4th inning. Stick with us. You're listening to 88.3 FM WXOU. And we are back. Welcome back to the Oakland softball field here. You are listening to 88.3 FM, WXOU. Sydney Campbell still in the circle for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Up to bat now for the Robert Morris Colonials is number 3, the leadoff hitter, Kaylin Hopf.
This has been a tough batter for Sydney Campbell in this game, as Hopf in her first 2 at-bats doubled in the first at-bat to lead the game off, and then got a single in her last at-bat too. So again, if you're Sydney Campbell, you got to be wary of what Hopf can do in the batter's box.
Count is 1-1 the count now. Here's the pitch. Again, chop foul, and that's going to be strike 2.
Yeah, again, if you're Sydney Campbell, really good job here to get ahead in the count. You know what Kaylin Hopf has done in this game. And again, you don't want to fall behind the count on a batter of Hopf's caliber. So good job getting ahead in that 1-2 count.
1-2, swung shallow to third. Able to swing it over to first for the first out of this top of the 4th.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want right there. Like I said earlier, Hopf has done a lot of damage. Got the weak ground ball on the third base side, third baseman. Which is Reese Ruhlman. Yep, sorry. And she made a nice throw on to first base to get the out.
Up to bat now is number 31, Anna Resnick. Had the grounder in the first inning and then had a single in the second. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Yeah, Sydney Campbell's done a good job again getting ahead in these counts. I know I've kind of brought that up here But again, Robert Morris has done a lot of damage early in this game, and yet Sydney Campbell still being aggressive, trying to get ahead in these counts, facing these Robert Morris batters.
0-1 count, swung deep into center field, and that's going to be a singular for Anna Resnick.
Yeah, just a simple line drive up the middle. That's exactly what you're kind of going for if you're a batter there, trying to see what you can do. Hit the ball back up the middle. That's exactly what she did. And that's a runner on for the Robert Morris Colonials with one out, and the third batter, Catalina Saxon, coming up to the plate.
Saxon had the RBI single, and then she had a fielder's choice out in the second. Here's the pitch. Swung quickly out to Ruhlman. That's going to be one, and that's going to be two. Quickly retiring is the Robert Morris Colonials with that double play. Great job there and great execution by the Oakland Golden Grizzlies defense.
Yeah, Sydney Campbell's kind of got off to 2 rough innings in the beginning, giving up 3 runs to Robert Morris in the first and 1 run in the second. But that's back-to-back zeros put up by Sydney Campbell and the Golden Grizzlies defense there. So maybe getting a little bit better as this game's gone on. And Oakland still has the lead going into their half of the 4th inning.
So do you think there's any change in the aggression or any tact by Oakland in this 4th inning?
It's hard to say. I mean, I kind of feel like Sydney Campbell's been just trying to get outside and inside part so they can't hit it really hard and let Oakland's defense do the job to help Sydney Campbell on the back end. So really, I think that's it. And I think, again, I think confidence also has a bit of things to do with it. Obviously, Sydney Campbell is a really good pitcher on this Golden Grizzlies staff, but it's not easy stepping out on senior night when you're a senior pitcher yourself, your last time coming out on this field as a Golden Grizzly. In reality, it's tough to do. It's kind of got a lot of butterflies in there. Really nice job there for her to settle in, and she's gotten the Golden Grizzlies in a perfect spot to continue to be in this game, and now Oakland even has the lead. So really great job there by Sydney Campbell if she is done for the day, but who knows? She's looked really good in the last 2 innings. She could come out for another.
I think it's very likely that she continues to stay out. We've seen her pitch right field. Here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for strike 1.
Yeah, Leah Binovich kind of starts the inning out here for the Golden Grizzlies with back-to-back seniors. Leah Binovich, the first baseman, is the first senior with Lexi Grammatico on deck as another senior for back-to-back opportunities here on senior day.
0-1 pitch cranked to center field, and that's going to look like a double for the senior Leah Binovich. Mishandled there, but went to left field. No chance of Leah Binovich trying to...
Nice swing there for the Golden Grizzlies. That's exactly what you want for the leadoff batter. And now you got Lexi Grammatico here to maybe drive her in to get an RBI here on senior day for the Golden Grizzlies.
A lot of scoreboard trouble now for our production team. Seems like it's a 4-7 lead. Bunt there by Lexi Grammatico. Swung out to first, but Leah Binovich advances to third.
That's great, great, great team baseball there by Grammatico and the Golden Grizzlies. You have that runner on second. You have the 9-hitter up. Grammatico struck out in her first at bat, but did a really nice job laying down that bunt there, getting Bianovich over to third. And now you have the top of your order with Brooklyn Plitz stepping up to the plate now to see if she can drive in this run and extend Oakland's lead.
Up to bat now is Brooklyn Plitz. That one is swung right field. She swung it out to the home plate catcher, and that's going to be an out for Leah Binovich.
Yeah, soft ground ball there. Nice. Oakland trying to be aggressive there to try to score with Binovich. Couldn't quite do it. That'll be a fielder's choice for Plitz with the runner being out at home. And now you got 2 outs, runner on first. But hey, Oakland still got an opportunity to score some runs here with Macy Brown, so we'll see what'll happen.
First pitch to WXOU.
Game, she singled and for Robert Morris if you are on the Robert Morris side. But Sydney Campbell is going again for her 5th inning here for the Golden Grizzlies. We kind of talked about it earlier. She was off to a really good start, or not a great start, and then kind of bounced back the last 2 innings, and she is still in this game.
2-0 count already against Winchell. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be swung and foul. Going to bring the count to 2-1.
Got the foul ball there. Batter Winchell paid the price a little bit, fouling it off her foot.
3.
Yeah, this game's kind of going along. And again, kind of like we talked about earlier, down 3-1. She puts a swing on it, but hits it right at the second baseman, Lexi Grammatico, and she makes a nice throw over there to first to get the batter out.
With such a slim cushion that Oakland has only a 1-run lead, you would think that they're starting to tighten up a little bit on defense.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, again, you really want to win this game. You don't want to have it in a situation where you do get swept at home, and especially you don't want to lose on your senior day. So again, I think it's just a little bit of tenseness everywhere, but again, you just got to focus for the Golden Grizzlies, make your pitches, make your plays, and do what you need to do to win.
1-1 the count now. Sydney Campbell threw a really good pitch in there for a strike. Up to bat is number 11, Grover. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be way outside for ball 2.
Yeah, try to change the pace. So that was a really kind of slow pitch in there. Nice job there by Charlotte Grover to kind of see what the pitch was, see that it was outside, and just hold off.
2-1 the count now. Here's the pitch.
And hit pretty hard. Ruhlman did dive for it, just got under the glove. Ruhlman couldn't quite make the play there. That's pretty good situational hitting there for Robert Morris.
That'll make Grover 2 for 3 today. And that's also going to bring up Pulich. She swings out, and that's going to be another catch for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Really pushed it out to right field, and the right fielder, Brooklyn Plitz, was able to get under it well.
Yeah, Courtney Pulich has had, that was her third at-bat, and she's flown out in every single at-bat. So just a little bit under kind of everything, really, in this game. And Oakland's fielders and the outfield are taking advantage.
Matheny up to bat at the 7th spot. That one's going to be in there for a strike, and Sydney Campbell has put together a few good at-bats here.
Really good out for Sydney Campbell if she can get it for the Golden Grizzlies.
0-2 now for Oakland. And that's going to be down in the ground for ball 1.
Yeah, again, you don't have to throw a cookie here. You have the 0-2 advantage. It's important not to make it an easy pitch for Matheny to hit. So, yeah, it's not a bad idea to try to nibble the zone and see if you can get a chase or a soft ground ball there.
Here's the 1-2. She shallow grounder out to Ruhlman. Ruhlman swings for the 3rd out, and that's going to be a quick retirement of the side. Oakland offense is going to come right back up.
Yeah, I feel like it's not really the norm you see when a pitcher kind of gives up, front in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning. But Sydney Campbell's done exactly that. She's settled in nicely. She's thrown strikes. And Robert Morris has not really been able to take advantage of some of these extra pitches. And, again, it's really just a
professional Detroit sports teams. Tune in to listen to the madness right here on WXOU. This inning change is brought to you by the Eli Andrews Show. FCC guidelines are lifted after 10 p.m. and Eli and Andrew take full advantage. Each week they have a new guest interview and the guests have no boundaries. Join in on the fun Thursdays at 10 p.m. on WXOU. Hardy still in the circle for the Robert Morris Colonials.
They kind of bear down for
Robert Morris trying to put their foots on the gas with a sweep in an away series. Up to bat now is number 11, Jen Kriska. Had the hit by the pitch at the bottom of the 1st, and then had a
with Kriska up now and Ruhlman.
And Kriska was caught looking.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Hardy, again, it's really when you can see a pitch that's maybe close to being a strike, but you can't do a whole lot of damage and just
swung out to the first baseman, Winchell, and Kriska's gonna get out for the first time today.
Yeah, just a little soft grounder there. Easy kind of play there for the 3rd baseman, and just a kind of routine toss over there for Robert Morris. And if you're the Colonials and Jamie Hardy, this is exactly the start that you want to the inning, especially if you can get a player of Kriska's caliber out to start the inning.
A lot of fans here at the Oakland Softball Field. The stands are packed on both ends with Robert Morris and Oakland fans alike. And then you've got the outfield with the folding chairs. Just a good down-home environment here at the Oakland Softball Field.
Yeah, both sides know how important this game is. And again, it's senior day for Oakland, so obviously it means even more for the Golden Grizzlies. So I'm not shocked by the big crowd at all, especially because of how nice of a day it is out here.
That's very true. In the batter's box is number 14, Reese Ruhlman. Had the homer that brought in her and Kriska at the bottom of the 3rd. to give Oakland Golden Grizzlies the lead.
She also singled in her first at bat.
Yeah, but who wants to talk about that when you can talk about home runs?
That's true. I mean, again, hey, every hit matters in a game like this. And again, I mean, Oakland scored 2 runs in that inning, and Reese Ruhlman's single was a big part of that. So every little bit matters in a game like this.
2-1 the count now against Reese Ruhlman.
Yeah, Ruhlman's ahead in the count, and again, she is 2 for 2, so she's seeing the ball well today. This is exactly the situation that you want to be if you're Ruhlman and the Golden Grizzlies, and see if you can do damage on a 2-1 pitch here.
Ruhlman swings it out to center field, and that one's going to land right before the wall, but Ruhlman's going to deal some damage there.
Yep, that's a double there, so now a single, home run, and double for Ruhlman. Maybe a cycle watch here at the Oakland Softball Field. You never know. But again, 3 for 3 for Ruhlman. You have a runner on second now with 1 out. A prime opportunity here for the Golden Grizzlies to try to expand their lead and give some insurance runs to the Golden Grizzlies pitching staff, whether that's Sydney Campbell again for another inning or maybe a new pitcher. You never know.
24, Cam Troyer.
Up to bat now for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies, number 24, Cam Troyer. 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and then a ground out. Let's see if she can get some damage here to follow up Reese Ruhlman's double.
The one awesome thing about softball is you can have a kind of a start to a rough game like Troyer has with the strikeout and the ground out in your first 2 at-bats, but you get another opportunity here with a runner on second, and just one swing of the bat can change your entire outlook on your day-to-day.
Count is 0-2 against Troyer now. Only 1 down for the Golden Grizzlies.
Yeah, Hardy's done a really nice job getting ahead the count, and he did it again here with an 0-2 pitch. And again, it's going to be really important here for Troyer to see if she can do some damage.
That one swung out to right field, but it's going to be pushed foul. So Troyer's going to get another opportunity.
Yep, another kind of close pitch, and again, Troyer did a really good job just spoiling that pitch, hitting it foul out to the right field side. Really good swing, really good job, and really big at bat for Troyer.
0-2 pitch, second one of the day for Cam Troyer in this at-bat. That's going to be down low for ball 1.
Yep, no need to chase, 0-2 count. Troyer's got a good idea of what the strike zone is. That pitch was low all the way. Don't swing at that. You can really only ground that ball. That's all you can do if you really even make contact with that, so good job holding off there.
Count is now 1-2. Here's the pitch. Swung shallow, and that's going to be caught by Katsuchianis. Ruhlman very careful to stay on second there. 2 down now for the Golden Grizzlies, 5-4 lead, bottom of the 5th.
Yeah, tough spot there if you're Troyer. You hit that ball decently well. Third baseman was playing in there, so the ball kind of came in even hotter than it would had she been playing back. But nice stop there by Robert Morris. Keeps the runner on second, and now you got 2 outs and an opportunity where Oakland could really use this run to get some insurance.
In the batter's box now for the Golden Grizzlies, number is Taylor Caraway.
Yeah, Taylor Caraway's had 2 at-bats in this game. She singled in her first at-bat and grounded out in her second at-bat, so it'd be really big for the Golden Grizzlies if she could duplicate that first at-bat and bring in a run here.
0-1 pitch cranked out to left center field, and Reese Ruhlman's going to be brought home and give the Golden Grizzlies an insurance run. Caraway on first. Nice job there by Taylor Caraway to bring in Reese Ruhlman. Got it right where she needed to get Reese Ruhlman the jump on third and then bring her home.
Is that not exactly duplicate her first at-bat and get a single? That's exactly what she did. Got a little poke out to center field. Really big 2-out hit here to drive in the run, and that does make it a 6-4 Golden Grizzlies advantage.
Up to bat now for the Golden Grizzlies is number 7, Maddie Harrington.
Running hard out of the batter's box. Because, again, if it does stay fair, even though it's not hit very hard, that's a single, and all those singles count the same. So I like the idea there by Harrington, just went a little bit foul.
0-1 the count now with 2 down. Here's the pitch. That's going to be really low to the ground, almost kissing it for ball 1.
Yeah, when I played baseball, those pitches close to the ground, we almost called those worm burners. That one didn't quite hit the ground there, but it was pretty close.
Harrington's hit is out to center field, almost like Caraway's That's going to give her a single in advance, Caraway to second in scoring.
A 2-out magic here. You have that single with a runner on second to score the run with 2 outs there. Now you get another hit here, and you have runners on first and second. And that does bring up bad, and who knows? Maybe Oakland can really try to blow this thing open here with a really nice swing.
Quick mound meeting there for Robert Morris, just trying to get Hardy settled into the inning here. She's had a little bit of a rough go at it. Oakland's driven in some runs, and now they've got some runners on base.
Yeah, really big at bat here for Binovich, who doubled in her last at bat. If she can do something similar here, that could maybe even score 2 runs for the Golden Grizzlies and would definitely score.
Here's the
1.
pitch, and that's going to be called strike 1. She seems to be reading these pitches quite well. She had a fly out. She seemed to get a little bit too much underneath it, but then she got the contact she needed in the 4th for the double. 0-1 pitch swung back for foul, and that's going to bring up an 0-2 count.
Just a little bit over our heads here at the old broadcasting table, but again, really nice swing there by Binovich. Couldn't quite barrel it up for a foul ball, but again, 0-2 count. You got to make sure if it's close that you protect this and keep the at-bat alive.
0-2 pitch outside for ball 1. This seems to be a common theme for Hardy. She seems to start out strong in these individual at-bats, but then she slowly fades away, and unfortunately Oakland can get a little bit dangerous when the pitcher gets closer to the end of the at-bat. 1-2 pitch outside. That's going to bring up a 2-2 count.
And that's kind of the exact opposite of how Hardy started this game. She started the first few bat opportunity to do some damage.
2-2 pitch swung by Leah Binovich side for Oakland. Good 2-run cushion for the Golden Grizzlies as they end the bottom of the 5th. We are going to step aside here on WXOU Sports. We will be right back with more action.
Oakland leads at 6.
We are back here with more Golden Grizzly softball action. Top of the 6th here, Oakland has a 6-4 lead now. Sydney Campbell is still, to no one's surprise, in the circle for Oakland's defense. In the batter's box for the Robert Morris Colonials is number 5, the catcher, Meadow Sakadura. She had a grounder in the 1st and then had a double that she advanced to.
Yeah, the wind is really gusting here. Obviously have a lot of balloons and just festivities going on for senior day, and that really strong.
Here's Campbell's pitch. That's going to be Macy Brown, and that's going to give Meadow Sakadura another double on the day. Her 2nd straight.
Yeah, that's a tough play there. Shortstop Macy Brown was kind of roaming out there. Probably could have been caught. It did hit her glove, bounced off, then kind of took a bad bounce over to the center, like right center kind of side there, and did allow the runner, Meadow Sakadura, to get to 2nd there. So big break there if you're Robert Morris.
Up to bat now for the Robert Morris Colonials is number 43, Elena Katsugiani. Had the fly out in the 2nd inning. Not seeing anything since then.
Yeah, again, this is a really big at bat here if you're Sydney Campbell. This is the 9th hitter. You have gotten her out twice, but again, you can't take anyone lightly, but you do have the top of the order coming up for Robert Morris that has done a lot of damage in this game.
Mishandled by Reese Ruhlman there, and Katsugiani is able to get on first. Runner on 1st and 2nd now for Sydney Campbell.
Yeah, Golden Grizzlies trying to back. Grizzlies were successful in back picking Sakadura back at 2nd base.
really shallow in the infield. Bunt there went foul, and that's going to bring up a 1-2 count.
Yeah, it's a tough break there. If you're Hopf and Robert Morris, you really could have used the bunt down there to get the runner to second, third, with only one out if you're able to get Hopf at first. But now you're probably going to be stuck swinging because if you bunt this one foul, it pretty much acts as a strikeout. So it's probably going to be a swing away here for Kaylin Hopf.
1-2, bunt foul there, and she'll do it again.
Yeah, that one was a swing there because if that was bunted and it did go foul, that would have been a technical strikeout. So that was a little, not a really hard swing there, just kind of a little, kind of check swing there, kind of to make sure that the, kind of a close pitch, make sure.
Tagged out, runners advance.
Interesting how that works, right? Hopf is trying to bunt to make sure they can move those runners to second and third. Obviously can't do that with two.
On third for Meadow Sakadura. In place of Sakadura is number 15, Julia Ehrman. 1-0 is the count. That's going to be in there for strike one. Great placement there by Sydney Campbell. Oh, excuse me, they're calling it ball two.
Yeah, 2-0 count here. Sydney Campbell could really use a strike to get back in this at bat.
2-0 count now. And that one's called strike.
Yeah, she really needed that. Again, 2-1 count. Keep throwing strikes. Maybe you can get a soft ground ball or a pop out, or even get that second strike and see if you can get a strikeout here to make sure that Robert Morris can't do any damage here with his runners on.
That one swung foul. It's going to bring the count to 2-2. Top of this, runners in scoring position on second and third with a pinch runner on third for Melody Sakadura.
Yeah, a strikeout, pop out, or a ground ball at first and third could be really what the Golden Grizzlies want.
That one swung and
there, and all Robert Morris can do is hit these. Third is one to third base or first base because both of those position players were playing in. That makes sure that the runner from third cannot advance home, and now you have two outs, and you really only need one out here to get out of this.
Yeah, great job there to seal Ehrman at third. In the batter's box for the Robert Morris Colonials is number 17, Catalina Zaxon. First pitch in the at-bat is called ball, down low for a 1-0 count.
Yeah, Saxon, one of the best hitters on this Robert Morris team. She did single in her first at-bat. Golden Grizzlies have done a pretty decent job limiting the damage earlier.
That one is swung out to right field, and the center fielder, Cam Troy, are able to get her glove underneath it to retire the side.
Game that she would have wanted with the bat, but I think a game-sealing diving play like that is all that the Golden Grizzlies could have really asked for there. Saved 2 runs and massive.
We have our third pitching change of the day for the Robert Morris Colonials, and this is a big one. Madison DeVault is in for Hardy, and she has been dealing some damage here for the Robert Morris Colonials. She controlled the Oakland batters to end the first game of the doubleheader, and then she showed her face again in the second game, and she was an absolute mastermind, fooling these Oakland batters left and right and sealing the game defensively while Robert Morris got hot at the end of the first game. So let's see if Oakland has a response for her in this game 3.
Yeah, so heading into this series, Madison DeVault has a 3.67 ERA. Win-loss record doesn't look great at 4-6, but the 3.67 ERA indicates that it maybe has not been completely her fault. And again, also going into this series, she is tied for first in appearances of Robert Morris pitchers, tied with Jamie Hart on the mound for this inning.
Up to bat now for the Golden Grizzlies is number 21, one of the seniors of this team, Lexi Grammatico. First pitch by DeVault is in there for strike one, and she seems to be picking up right back where she left off here. Bring up an 0-2 count very quickly for Alexia Grammatico. Going to be a strikeout, 1, 2, 3 there for Alexia Grammatico.
Yeah, Madison DeVault there looked unbelievable on that one. 3 strikes, really all of them painted, really nothing Lex
in the first game. Up to bat now for the Golden Grizzlies is number 15, Brooklyn Plitz. She's gotten on base twice one in the second and one in the fourth. That one was going to be called foul, and that's going to bring up an 0-1 count.
That was a hard ball that kind of hit the dirt and bounced up on Sakadura, and she's definitely kind of feeling it, kind of holding that little bit under the shoulder, kind of the armpit area. Not really a whole lot of protection there from the gear, so kind of took that softball line there. That's a tough one to take, and Sakadura.
A singler there for the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Great job getting on base and finding the gapper allowed in this series by Oakland. Up to bat now is number 5, Macy.
Maybe another double here to get another insurance run for the Golden Grizzlies would be exactly what Oakland could want.
0-1 pitch here. That's going to be taken right in the middle. Foul. Caught a bird that went flying off the fence there, and Macy Brown's going to be able to do it again.
Yeah, there are no birds safe around here with flying softballs all over the place. And there was a softball on the field. Nice job by a fan there. Telling the umpire to pause play there because you don't want to. Live softball
by Macy Brown. It's going to drop fair. And Macy Brown is going to get a singler and advance blitz to second base.
Somewhere they say it's better to be lucky than good. Now, I'm not saying that Macy Brown's not good, but that was kind of a weak little pop-up there by Macy Brown. It just kind of landed perfectly on the line. That's a really good pitch by DeVault. But again, when you have really good pitchers that you're facing, you want to just have little swings that kind of go your way, and that's exactly what Oakland had there. And now that's back-to-back singles here off of DeVault with your best hitter, Jen Kritska, at the plate.
And this is an interesting situation now because Kritska hasn't had anyone on base whenever she's been at bat. Does now with a runner on first and second here. Here's the pitch. That's going to be called ball. Seemed to paint the outside edge of the strike zone there. Nice job by DeVault to really challenge Kritska.
Yeah, this is kind of like your clash of titans here for this Robert Morris Oakland game. Jen Kritska, the best hitter on this Oakland team, and Madison DeVault, who's been excellent in the past few games against Oakland here. So this is kind of the matchup that everyone really wants to see, the bat of Kritska versus the arm of DeVault here for Robert Morris.
2-0 the count now. Kritska seems to be giving DeVault some thinking. 2-0 pitch. Right in the middle for strike one. I don't think Kritska anticipated that one.
No, I mean, it's 2-0. Obviously, DeVault's really good. You could maybe take advantage of a pitch there that was kind of middle, but I don't mind the idea of seeing if you take one. And maybe, who knows, maybe it's 3-0 and you put yourself in even a better count. But no need to rush something against a really good pitcher.
2-1, and that's going to be up high for ball 3. 3-1 the count now, and DeVault seems to find herself in a little bit of a situation.
Yeah, I mean, I think you can be really selective again if you're Kritska. You kind of took that 2-1 pitch. You can be really selective again with a 3-1 advantage. You can't really be out if you don't swing the bat here if you're Kritska, so.
That one is shot out to right field. The right fielder chasing it. She's going to get her glove on it. Macy Brown able to advance, and that's going to bring home Plitz. 4-7 now, the lead for Oakland.
So that was really crazy. So Kritska hit that fly ball out to right field. The right fielder made a diving catch there to rob Kritska of the hit. However, both runners took off immediately tagging on that with the fielder's kind of belly on the ground and back to the play. And the runner was able to score from second on that fly ball. Not really your conventional sacrifice fly there, scoring from second base. But really nice job by aggressive running by the Golden Grizzlies base runners. And Golden Grizzlies taking advantage and extend their lead to 7-4.
Up to bat now for the Golden Grizzlies is number 14, Reese Ruhlman. She has been 3 for 3 today with a homer at the bottom of the third. First pitch by DeVault.
Golden Grizzlies and extend that lead even farther.
Here's the 0-1 down low near the dirt, and Macy Brown's going to take off. Ump is calling it safe, and Macy Brown's uniform is very sandy right now.
Yeah, Meadow Sakura has done a lot of really good job, or Sakadura, sorry, has done a really good job kind of stopping a lot of these pitches. Stopped this one too. And again, kind of one that didn't get too far off, but really aggressive base running there by the Golden Grizzlies and got in safely at third.
1-1, swing and a miss. That seemed up high, but didn't get the contact. Strike 2.
Yeah, if you're DeVault, that's exactly what you're going for there. You throw the high fastball, and Reese Roman just swung through that one.
First run Madison DeVault has allowed in this game. That's another swinger and a misser, and that's going to retire the side for Oakland. Madison DeVault already showing why she's one of the best pitchers in the Horizon League.
Yeah, I mean, she looked really good there, but guess what? Oakland still got another run there. They extended their lead. They got 3 runs of insurance. Sydney Campbell is coming out here for the 7th inning to see if she can finish this off. We'll see what will happen, but Golden Grizzlies up 3 runs. They're in a good spot. They just got to hold Robert Morris here and see if they can salvage one on Senior Day.
We will take a break while the 7th inning comes around. Thank you for sticking with us. We will be right back with more Oakland softball action on 88.3 FM. Winchell, count is 0-1.
Sydney Campbell trying to finish off this game on Senior Day for her Golden Grizzlies. Has looked really good the past few innings. Seeing if she can finish it off here.
Winchell's shot is powered all the way out to right field, and that's going to be fair.
It'll be foul.
Oh, I didn't see that. That went really deep. Seemed like the second base ump made that decision pretty last minute there.
Yeah, kind of a tough ball out there. We don't have a great view, kind of being a little bit obstructed down that corner of the right field line there. Saw the umpire kind of put his hands up indicating foul. It looked like the right fielder actually dove for that ball, but it must have been just out of her reach. But it does make it an 0-2 count in favor of Sydney Campbell and the Golden Grizzlies.
0-2 count here. That's going to be outside trying to test Winchell. Winchell 1-3 on the day. She had a single that came home at the top of the first, but since then she's come up empty. That one's going to be foul, and it's going to bring another 1-2 pitch from Sydney Campbell.
And that's Robert Morris, but again, doesn't really hurt because just pulling him a little bit foul. Winchell's kind of been on Sydney Campbell, has had 2 singles in this game, but again, this is kind of a new Sydney Campbell. It's a at bat here by Winchell, and again, this is why you put a player like Avery Winchell in the 4 spot, because of the amount of damage that she can do with the bat. Those are really good pitches by Campbell, and she just keeps fighting them off to live another day. It prevented that ball from going back into the woods, and the count will remain 1-2.
Yeah, that would have been a tough find there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's the pitch down low, ball 2. A little bit of mix up there. Excuse me, mixing it up there with a ball instead of a foul.
Yeah, I mean,
didn't want to be too monotonous.
No, and again, if you're Sydney Campbell, you're allowed to throw a ball there on a 1-ball and 2-strike count. You have the advantage. You have some pitches to work with if you want.
Here's the pitch, swung shallow, grounder out to the shortstop. She swings it to Binovich, and that's the first out of the top of the 7th. Great start. Over up to bat now for the Robert Morris Colonials. She has been 2 for 3 today. A single in the first and a single in the 5th. Here's the first pitch. That's going to be in there for strike 1.
Change of pace there. Pitch, a little bit of a soft one kind of going in there. I think Grover was sitting on that fastball. Got that slow pitch and took it for a strike.
0-1 pitch here. Swung shallow, grounder out to the shortstop. She swings it over to first and not in time.
Yeah, that's a tough play there again for Macy Brown. Tug maybe probably couldn't afford to take that extra hop, but again, you want to make sure you make a good throw because again, it is what it is. It's a base hit. Just need Sydney Campbell to bear down here to get the next batter.
Up to bat now is number 19, Pulich. Seemed like it was trying to break down, but couldn't break fast enough. Ball 2.
Yeah, kind of going back to your original point, it's kind of like Oakland in the first inning. You just kind of get some base runners to try to string something across, and that's exactly if you're Robert Morris, that's what you're trying to do here because you need 3 runs in this inning to stay alive. Just keep stringing alive at bats, see what you can do with it.
3.
No, I mean, if you're Sydney Campbell, you really can't afford to give them 3 free base runners. At least make them earn it if you're going to.
And that one's in there for strike. That's going to bring the count to 3-1, and little bit safer, but Sydney Campbell's still not out of the woods yet.
Yeah, that was a really important strike there, but you're still not out of the woods. If you throw a ball here that does put the tying run at the plate, so you need to keep pounding the strike zone.
3-1. Shot foul. That's going to fill the count up real quick. 3-2.
Yeah, great job by Campbell. You're down 3-0. You get back into the 3-2 advantage. Still need to keep throwing strikes. You cannot afford a walk here. You don't want to put the tying run to the plate on a walk. Just keep throwing strikes and see if you can get that ground ball and let the fielders play behind you like they've done all day.
Full counter, right shallow to the grounder. Macy Brown mishandled, out at second and safe at first, but Oakland gets the out that they needed. Now they're only 1 away from surviving a sweep.
There, it looked like Macy Brown, though. I'm not sure if she got it in her glove or if it just conveniently bounced off her glove and into the glove of Lexi Grammatico at second base. Either way, it's a great play for Oakland. Just to, again, get the glove on the ball. You never know what happens. About away from winning this game on Senior Day.
In a very important spot is now number 36, Matheny. She has gone 1 for 2 today with a and
still technically losing, so your job really is to get on base and keep the line moving.
Here's the 2-0, and that's going to be called 3-0. And we've seen Sydney Campbell work her way out of this before, but can she do it again?
Yeah, did it in her last at bat. Still not. Keep throwing strikes, see what you can do. No worries, I can take play-by-play. And the Golden Grizzlies will get the out. They will win 7-4 and win on Senior Day to salvage Game 3 of the 3-game series. Robert Morris still takes 2 out of 3, but a really big win for Oakland.
Great way to close it out.
As they beat Robert Morris 7-4. And again, excellent pitching performance by Sydney Campbell.
Great job to close it out by the Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Much needed to avoid the sweep there, and they're able to keep their hopes of a Horizon League regular season alive. They're going to be going on the road the rest of the way, so, you know, at least taking 1 for the road is a good thing here.
Yeah, you don't want to kind of leave your home field with a sour taste in your mouth after dropping the last 3, especially, you know, because of the fact that you lost on Senior Day. You want to make sure you can get a win. That's exactly what Oakland did. They were down 3-0 in the first, but the Golden Grizzlies showing some grit as they win 7-4.
And that'll do it from us here at WXOU. Thank you so much for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. Oakland takes it 4-7 against the Robert Morris Colonials here in Game 3 of this home